few seasons ago. Great aerial view of that long green and a penalty area short really shouldn't come into the equation for these ladies. Kevin. To win on tour. Let's have a runner-up and a third already this season. Just sending that one a little bit deep. 19-year-old. Up to 9 with Kim Soo-ji.
Big shot.
He's had a very consistent season so far. 9 out of 9 cuts made for Kim. Coming off back-to-back top 10 finishes and 3 in the last month as well. So they've been knocking on the door a fair amount. Now back to the 10th with So-yeon. This putt should be coming just a little downhill, but I don't see too much movement in it. It's been a while since that famous victory at the Tanamera Country Club. She won it on her 21st birthday there last night. Financial Group Singapore Women's Open, her lone professional victory. She possesses plenty of talent, evidenced right there by that excellent tee shot at 8. Does have a KLPGA Tour victory. Then that came last year at the Hankyong WowNet Championship towards the end of the season.
Okay.
So that victory comes a 2-year exemption, and the KLPGA Tour don't have to worry about your playing status or trying to keep your card, although she's had excellent performances already this year. Looks like Jung So-yi on the 10th. But that should just creep a little right. Take it to 3 under par, which would be inside the top 15. Yeah, bins it. Well done. Third birdie of the day, goes back-to-back at 9 and 10. Does Jung, who withdrew from the MBN Ladies Open last week after an opening round of 77. Really is picturesque, that rock feature, waterfall, whatever you want to call it, short of the 8th green. Just a little deep. Easy to do that when you come from that elevated tee, and you do see that penalty area short of the green. Might be having a very nice season Celltrion. This one cut. At the Siena Open back in April. And that worst finish was a tie for 46th at the Dutch EPC Championship. 3 top 10s already this season. This teenager. Outside chance of birdie on 8. Patrick is over back uphill slightly to start. And to turn left. Around 2/3 of the way to the cup. Good pace on that one. Looks like the 9th green. I would imagine this is going to be a birdie opportunity, or the 7th, excuse me, for Im Jin Young. Said earlier on that season opener at the Celltrion Championship, but he has 1 top 10 since, and that came a long time ago at the beginning of April. That's a much needed and a very welcome birdie for Im Jin Young. It's clinging on inside the top 10 on the money and points list through the first 10 events of the year. Kim Jae-hee should have a little movement off the right from this angle. These ones out to the right hand side with the ball so far below your feet, which she's done well. Terrific tee shot. You want to say deserves a birdie too, but still got to go up there and knock it in. Yep, you bet she will. So it's a couple of birdies now for Kim Min Sun 7 inside the top 15. Still plenty of golf to play. Also facing that ball below her feet, so just want to leave it a little further left. Allow that ball to peel right. It with a little trouble, but stays the first cut of rough, and that actually affords her a pretty nice angle to that left pin. Suji, much flatter line, but still has to respect that camber of the fairway. Hui has made the turn in 1 over par, but there's a little momentum in her corner after birdie at 9. Here she is at the 10th with her second shot. fortuitous there. That was coming in with some speed. Just carries the bunker. It's going to be a quick chip, but she's got some green to play with. It's third into the ninth. Let's stick it in close. Soft, receptive greens we've seen in this opening round. Yeah, well done. Really worked hard over the last couple of years with her coach, Jae-hyuk Lee, who's no stranger to success. Very successful teaching stable he runs. Great names under his care as well, and as a former Asian Games gold medalist. Their work is just trying to dial in the wedges, and spin control, which should lead to a better distance control. Zip that one off the slope. Not bad. She's got plenty of speed, this young lady. Kim Hin-sun 7, back on the 9th tee. Just chunks it into that rough, but again, being a par 5, not too much of a bother. Can just lay it up and play for position from there. Said this was a nice angle in for An Ji-hyun. Straight back against the slope. Don't think that was the best contact. How much that ball's released on. 4 out of 10 there for An. Seem to like it, and for good reason. That's nicely placed down the flat side of the fairway. Her birdie at 8, Im Jin-young taking it straight at the stick on par 3. Very nice. Suji setting up for this, which will move a little off her right, just gently downhill as well. Nothing to concern her too much, you feel. Really gave it a chance, unfortunately. Nice long, flowing swing for Kim Jae-hee. It's a lot of good side bend into impact. A la Joaquin Neiman. Doesn't produce the same speed as Neiman, of course, but should keep that one on the short grass. ticklish one here for Anji Hyun's 4 at the par 5. But it's not going to make a difference. Nice catch by the hole. Anji Hyun, despite a poor third, will walk off with a birdie and she'll get just outside the top 20 at 2 under. To the match play champion, Bang Shin Sil, 6-time winner on the KLPGA Tour. 1 over par for her round, playing in the company of Im Jin Young. On the tee shot like Im's. And she'll have one. Beautifully done from Bang. Up the hill, but you've got to keep your pace up on this putt or it's going to rake right in a hurry. Exactly what I was talking about. Just didn't commit to that line. Almost looked like she was trying to play that straight and it was never going to stay straight. To 11. Coming off the downslope now is Woo So-yeon. Beautifully, knew it was going to come in bouncing hot off that downslope, but clipped it well to get that grab. Back to 9 for Yulin's par. Oh dear. These are the unforced errors that you cannot afford to be making at this level. Bogey there drops her back to even. Clear, so I think that Jae-hee is having a crack in 2. There's 2 big hits to get there. There's a lot of trouble lurking down the right. Get it all the way there, but leaves it handy. It's a visually intimidating second shot, but there is ample enough room up there. Looks like the head cover's come off inside 7, so this is a pretty aggressive play. The line must be decent. She wants to even entertain getting a 3-wood on this. I don't think she's going to get there though, 241. It's just a nudge and run and a very nicely played one at that. Celltrion, just an iron up. And that's a 5-iron. Just need to keep it fractionally to the left of those wooden stakes that jut out into the fairway. First ever victory on this golf course. Bang Shin-sil, that was still as an unseeded, unranked player when the E1 Charity Ladies Open was played here a few years ago. Picked up a couple of victories since, but is a little stress that Shinsil doesn't quite need. That birdie putt went slipping past. Beautifully played, second into 11. You take advantage. Hint of movement from right to left. Straight through the break. Oh, carried way too much speed on that putt. Unlucky. Second shot really was gorgeous, but not a fine putt at all. Made it up, but just into the step cut of rough, and it looks like that ball's sitting down a little, which could make things tricky, trying to get some spin required to hold it. Front pin. Looks like it's coming off left just a little. It does camber from left to right, so you can sort of hit it halfway between the flagstick and that TV tower. Try and find a front edge yardage, just play for a little release. Pretty good. Fluttering on the green, so he certainly is kicking up a little for these ladies. On the turn of Jahi, who should be able to get a bit more grab on this from the fairway cut. Start line should be the same. Got to be left of the target. Just putting her off. Be a little change in angle of the breeze. So stepping off, making sure she's got her numbers right. You want to be fully committed anytime stepping in over a golf shot. Yeah, there is some serious deliberation going on here. I guess, obviously can't tell if that's the longer or shorter club, but maybe just the fact that that breeze has settled a little. Just try to take the shorter club and go at it harder, but in doing so, you're going to not only get more height, but more spin as well. So if this balloons up in the breeze, it could go zipping off the front edge of the green if she's not careful. Yeah, pulled the right club. Excellent shot. Was worth the wait. Tell you what, it is a lovely aerial view that we have. That ninth green, you can see the first tee and first hole just to the left-hand side. Kim Min-sun 7 has walked all the way up to the green to survey the landing area. So what she's trying to do there is just picture how this ball is going to react once it does hit the putting surface. Then you build into that. Right, what kind of trajectory, what kind of spin do I need to put on it for it to produce that reaction on the green? So effectively you are building a picture of the shot in your mind from the hole to landing spot all the way back down to flight, and then that will determine your club selection. So often you see players just go up there, reach for their most lofted club and then figure it out from there, but these are what the top professionals do, and it's a good little piece of advice to try and take into your game at home. Carried it a little too far, but still a decent chance for Kim Min-sun 7. Excellent tee shot. Im Jin-young for back-to-back birdies. Here she is at 8. Outside the right edge, just going to have to be crawling. He wants to move that much off the right. Yeah, married line and pays perfectly, so gets the ship back under control, and for the first time this week, gets under par.
가자. 나이스 버디! 승민이 화이팅!
Down Down the hill for Celltrion, tracking, looking nice, and yep, in it goes. So, that's a 5th birdie of the day, and she's going to take it to top 5. 5 under par, so excellent playing in this afternoon session for Saw. Other players at 5 under par also include Hong Yu now, Park Hye-jin, and Australia's Claire Shin. Here's Suji at 10. Left to right slope to try and help. That's very nicely done. Took it straight at the target. Well struck, well played. So just seen her playing partner roll one in. Can Kim Min Sun 7 do the same? Never quite had the line figured out there. Still, 3 under par through 9 holes, nothing to sniff at. Han Ji-hyun. Just didn't quite carry it far enough. Maybe expected the wind to affect that a little more, but still, it's a reasonable look from the front edge of the green. Jae-hee right to left and down the hill. It's staying. Oh, it's hanging on. What a putt there. Kim Jae-hee. So doubles the first par 5 on this side, but birdies the next, and she'll turn in 1 under par. All smiles for a reason. Now, what of No Seong-hui at the 11th? Oh, a wonderful shot in earlier from Yu So-yeon 2. Have to see a similar result for No, who unfortunately just bogeyed the 10th. Doesn't have much club in hand, just a wedge from 95. Min Sun 7 safely in for her par at 9.
운동 좀 멈춰주세요.
다쳐도 돼.
나이스 버디! 김수지! 화이팅! 잘한다!
김재진 최고!
우리는 아빠랑
쉴때 보자.
저기 물살은 또 다시 보네.
많아야 맥주 많아야 한 킬로. 약간 슬라이스.
왼쪽에 나은가?
살짝 왼쪽 괜찮고 나쁘지 않아? 그냥 팀 바로 보고 들어가도 괜찮고 바람 생각하면 한 50까지는 쳐도 돼.
맛은 맞죠?
아픔 맞아. 너무 근데 크게 신경 쓰지 마.
그냥 이쪽
앞에?
네. 무조건 이쪽하나?
다 쳐도 돼.
Got a bit of a hook line now for Kim Jae-hee into 11, which should help with this left pin position. It's okay there. Just short of the green here at 10 is where we find Im Jin-young. Should be enough cushion underneath this where she can just open up that face, get a little height on it, get a little check, just like that. Classily played. Back across to the 12th with Yulin, who's steadied the ship a little after a couple of very, very squirrely moments. That's more like it. Very good shot from E. on a bit of a downslope here, Celltrion. I've seen a couple of good shots into this pin position already. Very attackable. You didn't quite pitch it far enough. It's not bad, but oh, she would have been eyeing that one up nicely, straight at the target. Now, Jenny Sung trying to keep that momentum going. A birdie look on the par 4. Needs it to go, needs it to go. Oh, frustrating. Short in the jaws. The way at the bottom of the hill now at this 11th. Told you Kim Min Sun could get out there a long way, but she's got to take advantage of a slight downslope as well, but just 45 meters to go. These pitch shots can get awkward, playing to an elevated target. Need to allow for some release, and just didn't quite commit to that. Poor shot after that huge tee shot for Kim. Jin Young after that very nicely played pitch has this little conversion for par. Oh dear. Inexcusable miss, really. Not what you'd expect to see from a player of Im Jin Young's caliber. Something so deflating about that. You're out of position, you play a really nice little pitch, and then, well, you're going to drop a shot. But it's happy days for Sonia Bin and Yang Hyojin, who lead the way after opening 65s, and Celltrion trying to make inroads in the afternoon wave, 5 under through 10. Jeehee. Straighten out. Oh, unlucky. Well, it's not a hole you want to play if you've got a fear of water, is it? This island green at the par 3 12th. Kim Soo-ji has safely found the target and has an opportunity to try and creep into the top 10. And one she will duly convert. Well done, Kim Soo-ji. Back-to-back birdies. It's only just getting into summer here in South Korea, but the Autumn Queen's game is certainly heating up. Now, can Seo Kyo-rim inch closer to the lead? Here she is on 11. Looks good. Oh, just dipped low at the end, but a lovely try, though. There's a chance for Kim Seo-yoon too, who's had all sorts of struggles over the last couple of holes, and that is not going to make her feel any better, unfortunately. First time that Sungwon-nam Country Club has hosted the Celltrion Queen's Masters. But it's a venue that many players have contested at before, most recently the E1 Charity Ladies Open a couple of years ago, won by Bang Shin-sil. Yeo-lin trying to get herself back under par. Golden opportunity here at the 12th. Really looked like it was ever going to threaten. So what happens when you start on the low line? That's when the problem started for her back on 9. Now you up ahead. Trying to get herself. Well, that's going to dip low as well. Okay, Jeehee back on the tee here with the green clear. Six iron sounded a little clunky, but just clears the penalty area and is going to work out fine. Okay, up ahead to 13. Soo-ji, trouble up the left on this par 4. See that right rough and that right bunker. A lot of action in the course of the week with that trouble down the left, so understandably so. Kim, how brave does she want to be? Let's challenge that left-hand side of the 13th. Very brave indeed, and she's going to be rewarded with a much shorter second shot into the green than Soo Ji. Sokyo Rim. Sitting club is Kim Jae-hee, but just a sawed-off little 6-iron. This one hitting a little left, though. Yep, part of the green, absolutely nothing wrong with that. So little wrist break in this swing. It always looks like she's going to be late to the impact here, but she does square it up very nicely. She's looking a little concerned with this one. Needed a soft bounce, doesn't get it, finishes up in that right rough, but the line looks okay for Yulin. Well, she's had the hot hand this afternoon, Sokyo Rim, but hasn't made a birdie since making the turn after 5 on the front side. Here she is on 12, just outside of 30 feet, fairly flat putt. But that one just goes racing a little past, and she's going to have about 6-7 feet coming back to avoid a first blemish on her card this afternoon. Player who is bogey-free in the afternoon session is Kim Soo-ji. Here she is, a hole ahead on 13. Lie looks good in that right rough. It's a rather steery-looking swing, though, and again, understandable with trouble down the left, but it's just not very confidently done from Kim. Sweeping right to left birdie opportunity for Jae-hee, a hole behind. Lovely try, had that tracking nicely, just needed a little bit more pace. Slightly shorter second shot into 13 for Yulin, but similar problem to Soo-ji, ball above her feet, and this ball sitting down a little more in that right-hand rough. That's a much better shot. Very well done from Yulin. Yeah, Kim Min-sun 7. Straightest of the 3 birdie putts on this green. But she's going to walk off with a 3 as well. Not much left into the green now for An Ji-hyun after an aggressive tee shot at the par 4. Toasted in a little too deep. Not the first time we've seen that out of her in this opening round, but she's safely on the dance floor. Now Kyo-rim for par. No. Unforced error. It's going to drop her back down to 4 under par. What can happen to you? Big old greens here. Seongmunam Country Club. Outside of 30 feet, statistically, 3 putts more likely to happen than holding it. Sung Yoo-jin, who's struggling a little this Friday. Here she is on 14 at 2 over par. She'll have that to get back to 1 over. It's almost certainly going to be an under par cut this week at the Celltrion Queen's Masters. Just that kind of golf course. Good scoring opportunities, fairly receptive greens, and the only real defense is, well, 1, the topography, but 2, when that breeze starts to get up, then things could get a little interesting. Here's Bang Shin-sil, who knows what it's like to win on this layout. Birdie look on 11 for the reigning match play champion. That's more like it from Shin-sil. Well done. Patting away nicely. This whole dog legs around that lake on the left-hand side. So if you challenge the water, you really do shorten up your second shot significantly. Very confident in your start line to do so. Just leak that out into the right rough. Not bad though from Jae-hee. clumsy miss on 10. A chance to right the ship again. A birdie putt at 11. Golf's a funny old game, isn't it? Miss it from 2 feet, hold it from 15. Back to 1 under par goes In Jin Young. She can really cut off a lot of that dog leg with her speed, like the line. I think she'll like the result. Just into the first cut, but absolutely fine there. See what I'm talking about? When you pull this tee shot, that ball is not crossing the margin of the penalty area. You'll be re-teeing for 3, so just got to put a good swing on this. Turn it over a little right to left if you can. Work with the shape of the hole. Beautifully executed after that bogey for So Kyo Rim. Looked like it was sitting down a little for Suji, unable to get any spin, so just got to play a chop and release, and she has played that beautifully. Excellent touch from Suji. Just seeing what separates a multiple-time winner and a major champion on the KLPGA Tour at that from the rest of the field. Very few mistakes in the game of Kim Suji. Even if she's just mildly out of position, doesn't have to work hard to try and save pars. Here's another multiple-time winner and major winner, Sung Yoo Jin, at 14 after that lovely second. Will duly convert for a birdie, so nice one there for Sung Yoo Jin, first of the day. Is going to be working downhill and will be traveling to her right as it approaches the cup, just outside of 30 feet. Looks good. Looks great. Excellent birdie there for Han Ji-hyun. Took a brave line off the tee. Wasn't her best second, but putter bails her out and she'll move to 3 under par. Young back on the tee at the par 3 12. This group's fallen out of position slightly. Unfortunately, you have to say it's a fairly common occurrence on the KLPGA Tour. Not the quickest out here in the world of golf, but that should certainly help pace of play. Brilliant tee shot there from the Rejuan Championship winner. Chances missed. Can she finally convert here on the 13th? Wasn't missing that time. Well rolled in. Gets herself back to red figures.
하나 조금 어차피 캐리가 저기는 어차피 부족하진 않으니까 절대로
That's what
흰색
faces
꽂는 데까지 보고 쳐도 될 것
Kim
같아요.
Jae-hee coming into this green. Watch that off the tee. Left is a big no-no.
9시에서
Ample
10시 반.
room out right of the whole location today. And coming from this rough, would expect a little bit of rollout once this one hits the green. Stuck on that one. Body stalled out. Club face hangs open, but still finds the putting surface. Deliberation going on for Kidman Sun 7 here. I'd say if she's in between clubs, going her speed, much easier to hit the shorter club harder. Try and take something off a longer club, especially with the ball slightly above her feet. You can aim it out almost where Kim Ji-hyun's second shot finished and just sort of go at it hard from there. If it turns over a little, and it jumps on her, it's going to be fine, even if she does fan it out and stays on line with Kim Jae-hee's ball. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's a 9-iron from 118. Pretty well played, all things considered. On the dance floor, but not exactly where the band is playing, is where we find Jenny Sung on 12. 2 under par at the moment, and steady. And it should be just about manageable for Jun. Excellent tee shot for Kyorim. Hug that left-hand side. Should be nothing more than a wedge into this green for her. Doing the sensible thing. Still looking up just a little right of the target. She just caught a gust of wind there. He seemed to like the strike, but it's come up half a club short. Let's go up to the par 3 15th and find Sung Yoo Jin in that beautiful Mercedes-Benz E-Class up for grabs. For the first lady to make an ace on this par 3, it's a wedge for Sung. Oh, it was all over the target. Excellent tee shot. Suji up the hill into the 14th. They can make this whole drive ball if they move the tee box up. We've seen them do it in the past. That's nicely controlled into that raised target for Kim. Birdie look to come. Jin Young covered the flagstick with that tee shot now for another birdie.
거의 캐리가 말했어. 해봤자 두 발 정도 쳤네. 어차피 어제랑 1차이밖에 안 해. 손거리. 어제 컨쳤잖아. 어제는 바람이 약해가지고 컨쳤어요라고.
Seems to roll the mid-range and long-range putts pretty well, but the shorties do seem to give a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. Now, An Ji-hyun after that great birdie back at 13. Here she is coming up to 14 green. Kim So-yoon, string of pars since making the turn. She too has a wedge on 15. It's like Sun Woo-jin absolutely stiff it. Jae-hee, lengthy one back at the par 4. Would be for birdie if it gets there. And if it gets there, a decent try, but still work to be done. To chip it from just off the front edge of the green. Surprised she hasn't pulled the flagstick on Ji-hyun. This is makeable. And lovely try. It's going to be a pretty slow putt coming up on 13 for Seok Hyo-rim's birdie. Just never hit it, never had a chance. That's disappointing. Suji just got to get this one started. Fairly slippery from past this front hole location. Oh, gave the slope a little too much respect, but you could see how quick that putt is. So just going to be the 4 then for Kim as we go back to Min-sun 7 for her birdie on 13. Skating that birdie putt past Kim Jae-hee. She too suffers a 3 wiggle. I've seen an inordinate number of 3 putts already this opening round of the Celltrion Queen's Masters. She's going to tumble back to 1 under. She pops that one in for par, for bogey, excuse me. Nice tee shot into the 15th. Here's Kim So-yun. Take it 2 under. Just a little movement to the left in the end of this putt. That was a poor effort indeed. Under borrowed, under hit. Not much you can do. You just shake your head and go, I'd like that one back, please. So Angie Yun waiting patiently. The tee here. The demanding tee shot at 12. It's nice to just have a wedge in hand as you make your way to 15. Down on the green. Just waiting for Sung Yoo Jin to hopefully roll this putt in. Nope, that one stays high. Can't capitalize on an excellent tee shot as well. This is where things can get just a little frustrating for the players. Got 2 par 5s in the last 3 to hopefully try and pick up a couple of birdies. Good old wallop off the 14th tee, Kim Min Sun 7. Come uphill all the way to this raised green. Fairly wide landing area as well. Anything more than a wedge for An. Helping breeze off the tee. 124 meters after all. That car could very much be in danger this week. Yeah, excellent. Well done. It's a pretty simple tee shot. Can't fall asleep on it. Still got to pick your line and treat it like any other swing. It doesn't lack for speed. Getting it past the tee shot of Kim Min Sun 7. It's a big old poke from Sok-Hyo-rim. Touch there from Hyo Moon, who should walk off 18 with par. Still 9 to play for her, starting her day on the back 9 this opening round. Now Jae-hee just trying to compose herself after her 3-putt bogey at the last.
그래서 106까지는 괜찮다는 소리고.
Really had a great tee shot at the previous par 3 on this back 9. But minor repeat of the feat here on 15. She's got wedge. Straight over the stick. Good aggressive swing there from E. Yeah, Jung Soo Yi. 16th. Chance to take herself to 3 under par coming up. chance she will happily grab with both hands. Good birdie there for Jung. Gettable pin on 15, and Suji will be licking her chops. Pressure into that one. You could hear the quality of the strike. Club face a little open, perhaps. Oh. Not her best effort, especially just having a wedge in hand. Back to 13, the second of Jun Yi-sun, who safely found the fairway off the tee. She's got 126 into the green. One of the best shots we've seen into this par 4 today. See that comically tall flagstick. It's almost 10 feet tall, and that just gives you an idea of how much elevation there is in play with this second shot on the 14th hole. Always a little uncomfortable when you can't see the bottom of the flagstick. You've got to trust your number, trust your arithmetic. She is off a slight upslope, so definitely get the launch on it, which you will need to try and stop it in that front third of the green. Because we saw from Suji's putt, anything past this pin, that putt is really, really quick. Taking a good amount of time on this second shot, Kim Jae-hee. A lot of indecision going on right now, and this is not going to help the pace of this group. After all that calculations, maybe just never really made up her mind. Poor shot into that 14th. And hopefully the extended amount of time is just given Kim Min-sun 7 and Seok Rim some time to just clearly picture their shots. Doesn't wait around a long time. Kim Min-sun 7 plays at a good clip. Already set to go. Took off on a nice line. Oh, and it hits the brakes. Okay, good shot, but it's going to be similar to the Suji putt. Very slick, but a good look at birdie. Speaking of Suji, here she is ahead at 15 after an indifferent tee shot. Still a birdie opportunity for Kim. And a lovely try. Rim just be in between a sand wedge and a hard lob wedge here. Maybe a gap wedge from 97 meters plus the elevation. I tell you what, it's the longer putt, but I would prefer Saw's birdie putt over Min-sun's. Just hit it with a little bit more speed, try and take some of the breakout. So good birdie looks to come for the pair of them. Great shot into 13. Here's John Lee Sung. Oh, another one in there. Oh, she will. She knew that was good. 2 feet out. Brilliant birdie. This little slider left for Yulin's birdie at 15. Overread that one significantly. That was almost a good foot left of where it needed to be. These greens are certainly confusing some of the girls this afternoon. And further up the back nine, player who has just come back down to earth a little since we last saw her. You saw Yontu. Here she is on 17 with her second, now back at 2 under par. Drop shots at 12 and 14, but a good look to come on the 17th to try and steady the ship. Here's Angie here now. See a lot of good tee shots on 15, but not many putts hole. We'll see if Ji-Hyun can buck that trend. Yes, she can. So another player to 4 under par. And after that slow start, An Ji-Hyun has turned on the style Friday afternoon. That's Sung Moon Nam. Jung So-yi also having a very good day. Second now to 17. 91 meters left. Perfect spot in this fairway. Pretty good shot. Should be putting uphill too. It's day 1 of the 11th event of the 2026 KLPGA Tour schedule, the Celltrion Queens Masters, where there's a 2-way tie at the top between Son Ye-bin and Yang Hyo-jin. line looks pretty clean, so should get decent contact on this chip shot. Popped up on her a little quick, Kim Jae-hee, but it does release out towards the hole. From a good position in that fairway, she's making hard work of things there in 14, up to 17, and Jung So-yi trying to get herself up to 4 under after that lovely wedge. Start turning left there. Yep, center cup. Well done, Jung So-yi. Back-to-back birdies with the par 5 18th to come. And a very good afternoon. Pretty much straight up the hill now for Seokyo-rim. I think this putt's going to have a little movement off her right. The influence of that shoulder coming into this green. Just needed a little more speed. I've just seen her playing partner roll it in. We see 2 birdies in this group on the 17th. This is Yu So-yeon. Oh yes, anything you can do, I can do too. A good birdie there, timely one, first to the back 9 for So-yeon 2. Just got to breathe on this one, and it should get to the hole. Get that to sit. The finger click of please stop, and it's just rolled about 3.5 feet past. Sticking a marker on that one, surely. Let's get up to 18 and Song Eun-jung, who's having a productive front 9. Asterisk next to her name indicating she started her day on the back 9. This to go out in 3 under par 33. The par at 14. Yeah. Easy as you like it for Kim Jae-hee. Somewhere through the shadows on the par 5 16th is where we find Sung Yoo-jin. Here in 2. So up and down gets her back to level par. And that is pretty nicely judged. On the scorecard, it is such a simple looking hole, this 124 meter 15th, but there can be some pretty nasty hole locations. This green, today's not one of them though, very accessible, just right at that trap. Good distance control from Kim Min-sun 7. So Yoon for a birdie on 16. Putt that you've got to hit with conviction. You're going to lose it right in a real hurry. Yeah, centre cut. Track that nicely in the middle. Well done. Now back on the tee at 15. Kyorim. Pretty smooth wedge. Oh, too smooth. Now that's going to get a little uncomfortable. Try and get it back to even par. This is Johnny Sung on 16, having chipped up to this point. No need to give the hole away if you're Eugene. Inside right, half and firm. Just like that. Clinical for Sung Yoo-jin, who's hanging in there tough. Hasn't had her best stuff for most of the day, but a couple of late birdies. So get back to even. Kim Jae-hee. So to say the wind looks like it's settled down a little bit for the players on this 15th. Ooh, and she too flirts with that left trap, but she clears it. It's just getting a little tricky out there in the late stages of this afternoon. this is better than being caught up in that rough. At least you should be able to get some speed, height, and spin on this, but you've got to play it aggressively. Short-sided, landing on a little downslope. It's about as good as she could have done from that spot, Kyorim. Back to Jin Young battling this breeze and that 10-foot tall flagstick on 14. Here she is for birdie. Up and down day for Jin Young, to say the very least. No shortage of birdies, but plenty of unforced errors on the card as well. Oh, but that'll help. Nice birdie there. Shows you the grading for that slope. That ball just kept rolling and rolling and rolling until it found its way home. Just a little stubborn run required for Jae-hee at the par 3. Delicately played. They'll walk off with a par. No issues whatsoever. Out of the par 5 18th, An Ji-hyun going for it in 2. It's reachable. It's a great opportunity to pick up a shot or two. Unless you do that, goodness me, that could be the penalty area, although we did see it bounce. We'll have to see and hope that that's just hung up on the top side of the rocks. Now back to 15 and Kim Min-sun 7, who's eyeing this one up to get into a share of 5th. She hit it. As she hit it, and there's your answer. Suji. Got to air down the left half to bring that penalty area into play. Takes a big kick, but will find the shadows that we saw Sung Jin earlier on. It's a nice leave back to 14, and Shinsil trying to pick off another birdie. She's going to need a couple now at 4 over par. Missed her last 2 cuts since winning the match play. And that is going to bring some joy back to the Shinsil camp after going bogey double in the last couple of holes. Now big par saving putt coming up for Kyorim. The price for inexcusably poor tee shot, just wedge in hand to miss the green. She'll walk off with 4. Now, No Seung Hui, what appears to be the 17th hole. Front hole location today, very gettable. She's found the going tough this Friday. 3 over par. Birdie finish, easier conditions tomorrow. I'll try and play our way back into this tournament, but at the moment 10 shots off the pace. Now the good news for An Ji-hyun is that ball is safe. Not quite sure how the lie is looking, but decent enough on a green with which to work, and that hit, oh no. Look at her club just clatter off the rock, and that was almost a complete whiff. Must have been lying up against a rock. I really wish we had a camera on that side so we could see what lie it is, because you can tell as much about her situation as, well, I can for that camera placement. Now, home hole for Yoo So-yeon 2, 3rd shot, back pin on 18. Ji-hyun take 2 on the 16th. Just advances it out 20 yards. That's how quickly things can turn. A couple of birdies in her last 3 holes, and hopefully she hasn't done any damage to her wrist. I think that club might be headed off to the repair shop later on. A great aerial view of that 16th hole. 2 fairway bunkers would be a line off the tee, and then it's just how brave dare you be coming into this green if you're going to attack it in 2. But in this elevated tee, that ball spends a lot of time in the air. And Kyorim and Minsun 7 certainly with the horsepower to attack this par 5 in 2. But you got to find the fairway first.
공은 왼쪽 끝까지는 쏜 거야. 끝까지는 괜찮아.
Jenny Sung. Second shot into 14. Chance for a birdie to match Im Jin Young.
나이스 버디.
She will. Back to back for Jenny Sung. Into the top 10 she goes. Turn that over a little. It should have plenty of distance to cover. Yep. It's good now for Kim Jae-hee. Kim Soo-ji. Practice swing, so not going to go for that same sort of low bump and run we saw earlier on from Sung Yoo-jin. So she's going to try and fly it most of the way there with a bit of check. Very nicely played. Delicate touch once again from Soo-ji. Kyorim after those bogeys, back at 3 under. Looks with a little trouble. We're playing that second shot out of the rough, but that tee ball safely on dry land. The trials and tribulations of An Ji-hyun. 5th shot now at 16. Damage limitation now the name of the game. That was not very well played. Popped up a little high on the face, and goodness, it's one of the easier holes in the golf course, and An Ji-hyun's brought double bogey into play. But the final hole, Jung So-yi is having an excellent start to her championship. She's here in 2 at this closing par 5, 4 under par for the tournament, up and down here. Would be most handy indeed. Plenty of green to play with. Keep releasing. Okay, it's not bad. Sprinting to the 17th tee regardless of whether this goes in or not. It's been a tough last couple of minutes for An Ji-hyun. just like that. A double bogey 7. Ouch. To end off her round on a high note, Yu So-yeon 2 for a 4. Ooh, speed on that, just forced it through the break, unfortunately. Jenny Sung. She dance one around the pin on 15. She's at 4 under par. Okay, pretty good. A little unlucky that kick so softly, but she'll have a good look coming up. And Suji to convert. Move up into big old tie for 5th. This would make it a 6-way tie. Well played hole. Kept it safe with that second. Nicely played pitch shot. She'll have a birdie. What about Jung So-yi? Trying to end off her day with a birdie of her own to go to 5 under as well. Oh, that's superb. 3 birdies in a row to close out a round of 67 for Jung So-yi. Still seeking that breakthrough title on tour. Celltrion Queen's Masters is off to a great start for Jung. If we do hang one down the left edge of the fairway, it just makes the angle of this second shot a little easier. See, they'd have to come over a majority of that creek that caught out An Ji-hyun in the group ahead. Here's Kim Jae-hee with her second shot, looking well left, as she should. I don't think it's good enough for her to go for this in 2, so it's just going to be a layup for Seoul. Just finishes up in the first cut, but that's not going to be a problem with today's hole location. Laying up now for on 7. This is full attack mode. It's a green light pin on this par 5. Trying to cut a little harder. Doesn't, stays pretty straight. And just on the angle, that could be a little fiddly. Might have to sort of trot that on the left fringe. We'll have to see when she gets up there. Putting a little run together, Jen Yi-sung. seen many good putts from that side of the green, and I can't imagine why. It's just a straight uphill right to lefter, and no one's even scared the cup. Very bizarre. So Kieran having had to lay back after missing the fairway on 16. This is her third. Looks a little defeated body language wise, doesn't she? Sort of bouncing her way around that front nine, and a couple of bogeys will do that to you. Jay Heat. This about sort of 12-15 feet short, couple of skips and then have it slam on the brakes. Just like that, very nicely played. Suji's tee shot, just finding the right-hand rough on 17, but shouldn't be too much of a bother. It looks like it's sitting up pretty well, and she's only got 93 meters in. Started left on her, but good distance control nonetheless. I'm just looking to mop this one up to stay at -4. This is going to be lie dependent for Sun 7. Looks like it's fairly cushy there, so it should be able to leave the blade open, try and get some height on this. The hard kick needs the flag to help out. It doesn't. I wonder if that second shot, maybe she just had too much club and she was trying to take something off it. Just absolutely nuked it.
코가 나오는 게 뭐야? 여기 커. 여기 내가 마스크를 들써서. 아니야, 다시 해줘. 여기 코 안 나오게. 그게 제일 저팔게 봤거든. 엑스가 기다려봐.
get this round back under control. Still having a good day, though. If you gave her something in the 60s at the start of the day, she probably would have taken it. The fact she was 5 under par not more than an hour ago, I feel like she's let this round get away from her a little, and that birdie putt slipping past on 16 gonna do little to cheer her up. But Suji, though, has been surging. 3 birdies since making the turn. Chance for another here at 17, which would move her to within 1 of your co-leaders. That hit the brakes quick. A lot quicker than she or I expected. But it's going to be another par. 19 does present a good birdie opportunity back on the 16th for Kim Min Sun 7, trying to join Suji at 5 under. Nothing says bounce back after a double like birding the next hole. This is her opportunity on 17. Yeah, well done, showing a lot of heart there. Good birdie, back to 3 under par. After that nice pitch, will convert for birdie, so back to 2 under goes Kim Jae-hee. Final hole of the day for No Seong-hui, who's maybe hasn't had her best stuff. A little fatigue, perhaps, after a great Sunday last week at the NH Ladies Championship, en route to that top 3 finish. Unable to convert that birdie putt back on 17, so still 3 over, and that's not her finest wedge shot into the closing hole. And just get the sense with that potential under par cut, she's going to need something in the mid 60s tomorrow to be safely through to the weekend. Now Min Sun 7, going to mop this one up for her par. She'll duly oblige. Nice angle to this back left pin, a little bit further up. And No Seong-hui, just 82 meters left. Should get plenty of spin on this as long as she clips it cleanly. Faces the players off 17. Got to keep it just left of that cavernous fairway bunker. Fairway cambers from right to left. You can hold it against the angle of the slope. That's nicely done. Sung Yoo-jin back at even par. Only double bogey to start her day, but a couple of birdies since. Loves to end her day with a 4. And she's given herself every chance after that fine wedge shot. And right now that projected cut mark is 1 under par. Low 65 in ties. Low 60 in ties, excuse me. We'll play Championship Sunday and cash a check in this 11th event of the season. Tee shot goes bounding down the fairway for Kim Min Sun 7. Kyorin, got to set little mini goals for yourself now. Thinking birdie one of these last 2 holes, 68. Pretty proud of that round. Working a couple of things at the range, perhaps. Maybe some speed putting drills, and then go again tomorrow morning. He's been turning a little left, but should stay on the same line as Kim. You could throw a blanket over those 2 tee shots. Excellent. No Seong-hui on the closing hole. Slow putt, especially later in the day, as the greens lose a bit of their pace. Gotta hit this hard enough. Gave it a mighty try, but like I said, still need something in the mid-60s tomorrow morning. Not many would have seen that. Just one birdie on the card. Disappointing round of 75 for the former Korean Women's Open champ. Well, final hole today for An Ji-hyun. 3 under par with a double bogey and a par 5, no less. Takes a hop, skip, and a jump, and will stay in that right rough, although it looks like it's sitting pretty nicely. Yeah, this putt will be breaking from left to right. Got it. Yes, tracked that in nicely. Lovely way to end the day for Kim So-yoon too. Round in 69. And even nicely placed inside the top 20. Yeah, get a good tee shot away here, Suji. She can reach in too as long as she finds the fairway. Yeah, didn't hold anything back on that tee shot. It was the full dispatch. Gets the nice big kick, and that's going to keep on chasing. To up, I should say, to the 18th green. So Eugene trying to close out her day with a third birdie of the back 9. She'll get it. Well done indeed, Sung Yoo-jin. Horror start, but classy finish. Iron. Kim Jae-hee just a little left of the flagstick, but nice distance control. Very good shot indeed. Vinson. Expect this one dancing around the pin. Should be a nice comfortable gap wedge distance for her. Two excellent birdie looks can be a hat trick with Seok-hyorin. Just a little sloppy there. Birdie putt for So Kyorim from the front edge of 17. Swings left on her. It's a hook looking live for Anji Hyun from this right rough. Ooh, don't turn it over too much. Careful. Okay, it's going to work out fine. Suji's got driving iron out. It's a big old tee shot. This sets up real nice for a nice high slinging draw. Started at that white tent on the right hand side of the green and just try and rope one in. From 236 meters, this is just a layup. So the further right you can go, or the further up the fairway, the better the angle you can create to that back pin. It's pretty handily done. Now Kim Jae-hee for back-to-back birdies. Good spot here. Minimal break, straight uphill. There you go. Love this finish to this golf course. Really have great birdie opportunities coming back. Short par 4, 14th, a short par 3, 15th, and then 2 par 5s in your closing 3 holes. Speaking of the 14th, we'll return back there to find Park So-hyun. He's having a pretty good day. 5 under par with a chance to make it 6. Yeah, because of the TV cameras, you're going along well, suddenly they show up and the putt stopped dropping, but that's going to be a cast iron 4. And it's at 7 to take it to 5 under par as well. Well done. So birdies for Jae-hee and Min Sun 7. Making the most of the fact that the breeze has calmed down a little over the last hour or so. So Suji's third. Oh, very good. Stops it on a dime. Kim Soo-ji with a putt for 66. Not an overly complicated shot for An Ji-hyun. Again, very generous hole location on this 18th hole for the opening round. Even if you are coming off the left side of the fairway or in the rough, still plenty of green to work with. Yeah, bit like a police dog, that one. Got lots of grab, well done. Yeah, back on the tee, Kim Jae-hee. Try to send one down towards that right-hand trap. was a little earlier. Kim in Sun 7 trying to unleash one. Breeze is helping here and off the right. That should get a nice little kick and go skipping along. The sounds of the gallery, it appears that someone's made a putt from up ahead. I'm sure we'll find out who in just a couple of moments. But first, Celltrion. So Yon has reached the 15th tee at 5 under par. A couple of birdies on the way home, and she could very much find herself in a share of the lead going into the weekend. Lynn has had a bit of an up and down opening round to this championship, but she'll hope that it just ends off with a 71. This is a par putt on 18. Yeah, slides that in the right edge. Nicely holed. A round that had a little bit of everything ultimately leaves her in 46th place. Jay He well back here, so 3 wood for the layup. Kim Soo-ji has played some excellent, patient golf all afternoon long. A chance to reward herself with a round of 66. Maybe just a right inside putt. Yeah, well hold. Little fist bump there. She's deserved it. Storms back home in 32-66. Best of the afternoon for Kim Soo-ji. Take a bow. Now for Ahn Ji-hyun, who had that really unsightly double on 16. Responded brilliantly with a birdie on 17 and has a great opportunity to end off with back-to-back birdies. Taking time over this one. Again from this angle, just past the pin, fairly straight, maybe a little downhill as well. Just a putt that you need to get started online. And I feel it should get there without too much difficulty. Big display of heart and fight there from Han Ji-hyun. Double on 16. Responds nicely. Back-to-back birdie. 68 for her. Leaves her just outside of the top 10. It's going to be a layup for Min Sun 7 back in the fairway. Try to do what Kim Soo-ji did. Lay it up and then get up and down for 66. Circular rim, a little further down the fairway. Could she get to the 231 of the hole? Probably 210 of the front edge, but it looks like that breeze coming back into the players' faces. So try to leave us in the front right quadrant, short right of the green. That's okay there, even though she's in the rough. The whole angle of the green to work with for that third shot. Third shot for Jay Heat. So that rough should offer her a little bit of chase as this ball makes contact with the green. Sort of like it came off soft. Needs to go a little. Oh, and go it does. Worked out in the end for Kim Jae Hee. Kim Min-sun 7. As long as she's done her numbers right, she'll want to leave herself a full wedge into the screen, whatever that may be, a lob wedge, gap wedge, sand wedge. 74 meters. Calling this just a stock sand wedge for her. Can throw it all the way to the pin. She'll get some spin. Just a little deep. Not what she was after. Back on 17, Im Jin Young with a chance to take her tally to 2. And she'll do just that. Nicely hold putt there for him. Look at that. 6 birdies on the day, but 4 drop shots as well. Colourful card. Off a downslope coming out of the rough. This one's going to be flighted pretty low, and it's going to have plenty of release on it. Through a little deep into that green. Is it going to settle? Is it going to settle up? It's going to try. And all in all, not bad at all for Sokyo Rim. So 15, this for par now for Park So-hyun. Rare few ladies that likes to use a broomstick putter. It didn't work on that occasion though, so that's going to be a first blemish on her otherwise pretty impressive scorecard this Friday. That'll drop her out of the top 10, back down to a share of 11th. Now Kim Min-sun 7, chance to match the best round of the afternoon for a 66. Just a little low still. And some very good golfing from Min-sun 7, trying to become the first multiple-time champion in 2026. To back up her win at the next Sensei 9 Masters, opens her campaign at the Celltrion Queens at the 67. Now Kim Jae Hee. Finish her round like Jung So-lee did, with 3 birdies in a row, not to be. Well, her 2-year exemption for winning the Hana Financial Group Singapore Women's Open back in 2024 runs out at the end of this year, so doesn't have to worry about playing next season on tour. But another win would certainly help alleviate some stress and pressure. Sokyo Rim, also a one-time winner on tour, got that breakthrough triumph about 7 months ago at the Hankyung Wow Net Ladies Championship. At one point was 5 under par for her round, but a couple of untimely bogeys just slipped her back to 3, but this is a decent opportunity to end her day on a positive note for a birdie in a round of 68. See both her playing partners putt from past the pin. She knows this one will want to creep left. That's kind of been the story of the back nine for Celltrion. Should be a little disappointed, but 69 still pretty solid going.
고생했다. 조금 봐야 될 것 같은데.
And hopefully the final putt in the day of Kim Jae-hee and the final putt of our opening round coverage here at the Celltrion Queen's Masters. You obviously love to just go up and tap in your final putts, but you've still got to work over this one. Yeah, safely in. 69 for Kim Jae-hee. She'll get to do it all again tomorrow with Celltrion and Kim Min-sun 7 as they tee off in the morning wave. We're going to see lots of great action in our featured coverage tomorrow afternoon. The likes of Park Hyun-kyung, the 20-time KLPGA Tour winner Park Min-ji, and the #1 player on the KLPGA Tour 2 seasons ago, EA1, all in our featured coverage tomorrow afternoon. Should be another great day of golf here at Songnam Golf Club. The 11th event of the KLPGA Tour season, the Celltrion Queen's Masters. Certainly looking forward to your company then. Bye-bye for now.